You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
Hilliard Lyons Wealth Advisors have used the following strategies to help their clients maximize tax savings. Check your investment portfolio to determine which securities may be sold to harvest losses and offset gains. Maximize contributions to 401ks and IRAs. Those ages 50 and over should take advantage of the extra $1,000 contribution to an IRA or $6,000 contribution to a 401k plan. Make cash gifts to family and friends. In 2017, the maximum amount that an individual can give without incurring a gift tax is $14,000, while married couples can give $28,000. Donate appreciated assets such as stock or real estate to nonprofit organizations. Tax planning is never one size fits all. Give Dan Fauch's team, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger, a call at 270-651-2663 to ensure you are taking full advantage of all appropriate year-end tax saving opportunities. As always, consult with your tax advisor.
Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard, WL Lyons LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Well, it's 54 degrees. We've had just a few sprinkles overnight, but we'll give you the numbers. Let's get Ray's numbers this morning.
Quite a bit of cloud in, and there is an area of steady rain this morning. It's really going to be based upon location as you go west, and if you're near Bowling Green, less rain from Glasgow and points east and north. Chance we may see a little bit more in the way of steadier rainfall. So some of us may actually pick up a pretty good soaking this morning because this rain extends back into Tennessee and even North Georgia. But that rain will become more widely scattered as we get into the afternoon. So occasional showers, steady rain in spots this morning, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. Low 60s overnight tonight, a chance of showers down near 50 degrees. Shower possible tomorrow, but less rain expected, 64. Yeah. Thursday, partial clouds with sun into the mid-60s. Good-looking Friday with a mix of clouds and sunshine, upper 60s. And I'll tell you this right now, if things hold the way they look like they're going to, weekend should be pretty nice. Sunshine, upper 60s, low 70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let me look at the current conditions here. The barometer is at 29.89, humidity at 100%. The winds are out of the northeast at 3 miles an hour. And let's see, the humidity is at 100%. 0.28 of an inch of rain, 0.28 in the bucket. This morning here at WCLU in Glasgow. I had to talk to Ray about that. Now, Ray is from upstate New York. His hometown is Glasgow, and they call it Glasgow. And he has trouble breaking himself from that. But nonetheless, we'll correct him later. And we'll have Angela Briggs on the air with the live and local 6 o'clock morning edition next.
Mommy's at TJ Sampson Community Hospital. I've been there lots of times. Like when I broke my arm, Grandpa had his knee fixed there. They made Grandma's heart all better. And my whole family goes there when there's a medical need. They even help my dad stop snoring. TJ's close, so you can get there quickly. Which is good, because today, I'm in a hurry to meet my little brother for the first time.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
Here for your whole life.
Get a real start on making your yard, landscape, and plants look their best this spring. Start with the best. Start with Mammoth Cave Transplants. Janet Dennison and the Green Thumbs at Mammoth Cave Transplants have spent their winter preparing for spring. 13 greenhouses are in operation to yield the hardiest plant varieties. There are many new highlights to the spring lineup, including a new variety of bedding plants and perennials with your name on it. It's the Proven Winner brand. Janet is bringing a new level of quality to Southern Kentucky by adding the Henry Studios brand of fountains, planters, and bird baths. Each piece is world-class quality, without blemishes and flaws found in lesser quality pieces. As a Kentucky proud dealer, Mammoth Cave Transplants features locally made birdhouses as well as planters. You have to see it to understand how much they can help you with your vegetable gardens, landscape, property boundaries, and so much more. Mammoth Cave Transplants, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, 8 till 4 Saturday. 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 in Edmonson County.
With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. Posting stolen items on Facebook lands a Barron County woman in jail Sunday evening. The Barron County Sheriff's Office was called to respond to a physical fight in progress. When Deputy B.J. Childress arrived, the fight was over, but the conversation was not. Tanya Morgan, who was one of the parties in the fight, said that she came home and her house had been broken into. She said some of the items that had been stolen were posted on Miranda Phillips' Facebook page for sale. Phillips gave law enforcement consent to search her house and a vehicle that was there. Inside the home, officers found Morgan's stolen air mattress and inside a closet, and other stolen items were found inside the trunk of the car. According to the citation, Phillips admitted to entering Morgan's home a couple of days before and taking the things. She said she did not act alone, but the other woman only went through the window and opened the door. She didn't take anything. Phillips was charged with burglary and theft by unlawful taking. She was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center.
We lose out on a lot of people that can't come into our office, so they would like to pay online. So we're trying to get online registration, which also online would have to take a credit card. So that's one thing that I've been pushing for a while.
That was Glasgow Parks and Rec Director Eddie Furlong, who's been asking the city for a long time to make it possible for his department to accept credit card payments. Now, at last night's council meeting, Councilmember Marna Kirkpatrick brought the issue up. Mayor Dick Doty said the delay was due to waiting on an upgrade. I asked Stephanie with the city's finances what was the timeline as far as completing the upgrades. She said it would be 12 to 18 months before the upgrades were done and the Parks and Rec Department could accept credit cards. She said that her and Joe Escala, the city's finance director, had to be able to give their undivided attention to the software with the credit card machines. When I asked if anyone else could take this task on, she said absolutely not. Currently, the Plaza Theater accepts credit card payments as well as the Glasgow Water Company. Glasgow's newest firefighter, Mason Michael, was sworn in last night by Glasgow Mayor Dick Doty. The 21-year-old is originally from Hart County and earned an associate's degree in fire science. He began training with the fire department in February and went on shift this past Sunday. The council approved 2 zoning changes. A little over an acre on Lauderdale Drive went from medium-density residential to multifamily, and a piece of property on West Main went from light industrial to general business. Jerry Green has served as the chairman of the board of directors for the Glasgow Soup Kitchen for going on 6 years. He told the council that in 2010, considering it was the only day they were open, he walked in on a Monday and never looked back. Told the council there are 10 area churches that volunteer at the Soup Kitchen, along with the Kiwanis Club, Salvation Army, and Rotary. Soup Kitchens run completely off donations. Now, in 2016, they began to open on Tuesdays, and that year alone, they served over 14,000 people. Adding an additional day in 2017, last year's totals were around 19,000 meals. Green said he was not there to ask the council for money. He simply wanted to encourage the council to come by and visit the Soup Kitchen. The council approved a loan for $150,000 to Alliant Technologies. The GEDL loan's forgivable as long as Alliant fulfills their end of the deal and creates 30 jobs over 5 years. 10 of those have to be created in the first year. An additional part of the incentive package, the city will give Alliant a 1% rebate for occupational tax. The GEDL, or Glasgow Economic Development Loan Fund, was created for economic development and goes to companies that will create jobs. Right now at 6:14 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 54 degrees.
I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us, the People's Bank, working for you.
Check out the deals at Gillyhide Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gillyhide is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
In more local news, a Franklin physician was convicted of 15 counts of illegal distribution of a controlled substance by way of prescribing opiates outside the course of professional medical practice without a legitimate purpose, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. 69-year-old Roy Reynolds was convicted following a 9-day trial in U.S. District Court. He was taken into federal custody following the announcement of the verdict. Reynolds was a doctor practicing in Franklin and Simpson County during the time of the illegal activity. He was a treating physician to patient Jackie Hughes at the time of Hughes' death and prescribed opioids, including oxycodone, hydrocodone, and Xanax, to an additional 4 patients without a legitimate purpose, according to the Attorney's Office. The patients had medical histories of mental illness, doctor shopping, and additional risk factors for opiate abuse and addiction. According to the evidence presented at trial from 2010 to 2013, Dr. Reynolds prescribed more oxycodone than any other primary care prescriber in Simpson County, ranked among the top 5% of prescribers in the state. In 2011, Reynolds prescribed 132,372 oxycodone pills. In 2012, that number went up to 139,000. In February of 2013, Reynolds lost his DEA license to prescribe opiates. However, during the first 5-week period, Reynolds prescribed more opiate pain medications again than any other Simpson County physician. Reynolds is set to be sentenced in U.S. District Court in late July of this year in Bowling Green. Governor Matt Bevins recognized 9 of the state's most talented young artists as he announced the 2018 Public Service Recognition Week poster contest winners. During a ceremony at the governor's mansion, Governor Bevin and Personnel Cabinet Secretary Thomas Stevens praised the talent and creativity of the winners. More than 1,300 students representing 86 schools from across the state participated in the contest. The contest is part of Public Service Recognition Week in Kentucky, which is April the 22nd through the 28th, a national celebration that began in the mid-'80s and is set aside to honor the men and women who serve as federal, state, county, and local government employees. When it comes to local winners in the age group from 6 to 9, third place went to Tegan Yurkovich of Bonneville Elementary School. And in the age group of 10 to 13, Red Cross Elementary's Anna Kate Alexander won first place. Congratulations to those winners. Right now it is 6:19 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 54 degrees.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Kentucky News Network. I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Senator Rand Paul helps push CIA Director Mike Pompeo's nomination to the full Senate. On Twitter, the senator said after meeting with both the president and Pompeo, quote, "I have decided to support his nomination to be our next Secretary of State."
Now, time will tell if those assurances are true or not. And I won't say that I can say with absolute certainty I know what his opinions will be and how they will come out over time.
Paul had once been against Pompeo, saying he did not have the same vision as the president on foreign policy. A murder investigation is underway after a Hinkle firefighter's body was found last week. Inmates found Michael Souter's body last week in a dump. State police investigators say he had been shot. There is no word on a suspect nor a motive at this time. The trial is underway for an accused Ashland killer. Prosecutors say Sean Great murdered 2 women earlier this year and abducted another and repeatedly raped her for days until his capture. Opening statements were made yesterday, and witnesses are being called as lawyers told the court Great has confessed to the killings. Take a close look at your $100 bill. It could be a Chinese counterfeit.
Knox County Sheriff Mike Smith says someone turned into his office 8 fake $100 bills discovered on Kentucky Highway 3438 in the Long Branch area. The bills are printed in China so bank tellers in the country can learn to count American money. The bills have pink or purple Chinese writing, which translates into not to be used as real currency. Smith says these bills are becoming more popular in the United States through online purchasing. I'm Suzanne Duval.
And it seems like teachers who have been protesting for higher pay and better benefits appear to have widespread support. A new poll by the Associated Press and the North Center for Public Affairs Research shows that nearly 4 out of 5 Americans believe teachers are not paid enough. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
This summer, take Campbellsville University with you. Sign up for online classes and save big. Only $3.99 per credit hour. That's less than half price. From the beach to the park, Campbellsville University Online will be waiting for you. Sign up today to take advantage of this special offer. Classes begin May 14th, June 4th, and July 5th. Summer at Campbellsville University. Why wait when you can get ahead? To sign up, go to campbellsville.edu/summer. That's campbellsville.edu/summer. Honey, I found where we're going for vacation this year. Come look.
Where is it?
Riverside RV Park and Resort. They say they're on the peaceful side of the Smokies. And look, they're close to Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, and the Great Smoky Mountains. It's for RVs, and they have cabins too. Their own pool, Wi-Fi. They even have honeymoon cabins.
Want to have a second honeymoon?
Let's do it. I can make our reservation right here on the website, riversidecamp.com.
Riverside RV Park and Resort. 40-plus years of hospitality and relaxation. Visit
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one, or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:24, and we have 54 degrees. We've had about 2,800 7-inch of rain in the past 24 hours. In area funeral announcements this hour, Giles Harry Lynch, age 79, of Bowling Green, died Saturday at the medical center. He was a welder for General Motors and in maintenance at Walmart. He was a member of the Meadowland Baptist Church, and he served in the U.S. Army. Survivors include his wife, Betty Peake Lynch, 2 daughters, Kathy Campbell and Tammy Armstrong, 1 grandson, William Armstrong, 2 granddaughters, Kristen Armstrong and Nina Campbell, 1 great-grandchild, Jaden Lemastis, 3 brothers, Larry, Dennis, and Mike Lynch, 1 sister, Dorothy Thomas, 2 sisters-in-law, Diana and Sandy Lynch, 1 brother-in-law, John Hayes. Service for Giles Harry Lynch will be at 2 Thursday at Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel with cremation to follow. Visitation begins at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Larry Wayne Martin, age 46, of Glasgow, died Friday in Allen County. He was a truck driver by occupation and the son of Lawrence Martin and Wanda Emberton of Glasgow. Survived by two sons, Nicholas Martin of Smiths Grove and Christian Martin of Glasgow, a daughter, Alexis Martin of Glasgow, a sister, Laura Murray of Scottsville, two grandchildren, Kenneth Abel Martin and Mason Ray Martin, and his fiancée, Angela Stevens. Services for Larry Wayne Martin will be at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon at Butler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Edmonton Cemetery. Visitation begins after 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. Sylvia Mae Huffman Allen, age 66, of Glasgow, died Sunday at her residence. She had worked at a pharmacy tech, and survivors include a son, Jerry Huffman of Louisville, three sisters, Lucille Staton of Glasgow, Emma Barlow of Edmonton, and Nova Stone of Summershade. Two brothers, George L. Huffman and Marvin Lewis Huffman, both of Louisville. Service for Sylvia Mae Huffman Allen will be today at 1 o'clock at McMurtry Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Tyler Cemetery. Service for Debbie Jean Billa, age 51, of Cave City, will be at 11 o'clock on Friday morning at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel. Interment to be in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation begins at 5 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. Funeral services for James Isham Bo Mundy, age 73, of Indianapolis, will be at 11 o'clock Wednesday at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Basel Cemetery. Military honors provided by the Glasgow Chapter number 20 of the DAV. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. and continues Wednesday at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Services for Norma Lee Johnson, age 88, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at Butler Funeral Home. Burial in the Edmonton Cemetery. Service for Theodore Ted Eugene Wheeler, age 87, of Glasgow, will be this afternoon at 1 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial is to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Joint funeral services for Susan Lynette Baker, age 49, and Alyssa Dawn Baker, age 16, both of Troop, Texas, former residents of Glasgow, will be held tonight at 5 p.m. at the Troop High School. Online condolences can be made by logging on to www.cottlefuneralhome.com. Services for Donnie G. Aaron, age 58, of Park City, will be at 11 o'clock today at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Services for James Neal Kitchens, age 60, of Edmonton, will be at 11 o'clock this morning at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burial to be in the Edwards Family Cemetery. Funeral services for Mary Evelyn Smith, age 93, of Bowling Green, will be today at 12 noon at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Burial to be in the Heistville Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Every year, you really want to give the best gifts to the best mom, yours. But it's not all that easy to do on your own. That's why Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts can step in and help you hit a home run on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 13th. Flowers are at their peak this spring, and the designers at Jeff's have created a number of thoughtful arrangements to make her day in the best way. We'll deliver them locally or around the world, wherever Mom lives. And it's not just flowers. Our gift selection has some new and thoughtful gifts that will touch your heart. Stop into Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts on Scottsville Road in Haywood, or call and talk about it at 678-3575. Make Mother's Day special with the help of Jeff's Country Florists and Gifts.
Are you looking for Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
6:30 and 54 degrees at WCLU. Let's turn to local sports. Very little baseball and softball activity yesterday because of the rain. In softball, Greene County did play Hart County and defeated the Lady Raiders 7-3. And it was Taylor County over Adair County 7-5. High school softball today, Glasgow hosts Barron County at American Legion Park. It's a 5 o'clock start. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast at 4:55 on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com. Other softball action, Caverna welcomes LaRue County. Hart County entertains Thomas Nelson. Edmondson County plays at Bowling Green. Metcalfe County is at home against Russell County, and Monroe County travels to Allen County, Scottsville. Baseball this afternoon, Glasgow hosts Allen County, Scottsville. Barron County visits Monroe County. Caverna goes to John Hardin. Hart County welcomes Greene County. Edmondson County is on the road at Butler County. And Metcalfe County goes to Russell County. And that's a check of local sports.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Do you have your checklist ready for spring planting season? Well, the first item on your list should be Southern States. Yes, Southern States in Glasgow has been stocking up, getting ready to meet your demands this spring. Southern States has the right seed for the application, the right fertilizer to promote robust growth, and the crop protectants to help with weed control and pesky insects. Billy Beckham at Southern States has built a staff you can count on to help make those tough decisions, from yard seed to garden seed. And Southern States now stocks the hard-to-find Holland grills and accessories. Stop in at Southern States at 300 Sampson Street in Glasgow and see how serious we are about serving you every day. Call Southern States 651-6167. Southern States, farmer-owned since 1923.
Sharp cutoff to where we see more steady showers and where we may not see much rainfall at all, as we still have to deal with upper-level low pressure, instability upstairs in the atmosphere. The bottom line is that's what's going to make it rain. So as you go west, less of a chance of rain this morning. As you go east, you've got some steady rain around, so occasional showers and periods of rain, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. So if you get into the rainfall, it may rain for quite a few hours. This afternoon, still occasional showers and low 60s for daytime highs, possibly that rumble of thunder. Now, tonight, less rain, still a chance of showers near 50 degrees. Tomorrow, we're going to run a shower threat early, then cloudy, highs in the mid-60s. Then we're going to start getting into some nice weather. By Thursday, a few clouds with sun into the mid-60s. Friday, cloud, sun, highs upper 60s, and a sneak peek of the weekend already. Lots of sunshine expected with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
I am loaded.
Are you crazy, chicken?
No, I'm loaded with sauteed mushrooms, bacon, green onions, and a blend of cheeses. And have you met my girlfriend, Hawaiian Chicken?
Aloha.
And this is my old buddy, the deluxe grilled chicken sandwich. He's big and bad on the outside, but tender on the inside with Swiss cheese and bacon strips.
Take your pick at Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake, and chicken, too.
Let me give you the current conditions here. I failed to do that after the weather forecast, so let me jump up here and tell you how much rain we've had. We've had 0.28 of an inch of rain, 0.28. Winds are out of the northeast at 3 miles an hour. 100% humidity, kind of steamy, sticky out there this morning. Pressure still down at 29.89. As Ray was saying, it's keeping that low pressure there is going to keep the rain in the forecast. 54 degrees, by the way, here at WCLU this morning.
Saturday morning.
got your Ralphie on. What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right, I'm writing them down as we speak, so let me read a few of them, okay? First of all, we owe Tyler Atwell a gong today, and I'll tell you why. Tyler Atwell is 20 today. Congratulations, Tyler. We have a couple of 17-year-olds here that we want to talk about today. It is the 17th birthday of Alex Beckham. Alex Beckham, 17. Haley Wyatt. Haley is 17. We've also got Taylor Logston on the list today. It is the birthday of Marcella Gale Craighead, too. It's Catherine Rogers, Kevin Kidwell, Michael Coomer, Carol Coffey. How's that for a great start on the list? Room on the paper, wanting to hear from you. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, WCLUradio.com for birthdays and for anniversaries. 7:36. In the very near future, we're going to have our archives this morning, so be thinking about that and thinking about what you can learn.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
See, I want to remind you about the Glasgow Parks and Recreation's 2018 Adult Softball League's registration that is ongoing. This year they're offering 4 different leagues: church men's, church co-ed, and men's. There's going to be a coaches meeting on Wednesday, May 30th at 5:30 p.m. at the Parks and Rec office. Leagues will begin play Monday, June 4th. Registration done by team basis only. If you're an individual you want to play, you'll be placed on a list, and to contact their information will be given to the coach for each team. Contact the Parks and Rec Department at 651-3811 or 651-9012 for a little more information on that, and get ready to get out there and have a big time in one of our enjoyable softball leagues this spring. It's the way we were, the way the path was laid. The cornerstones were dipped in cement, and we've got it all in history today. The archives, 100 years worth of really interesting things about our past. And I just looked down here at my notes and didn't realize that I had a couple of birthdays called in. I didn't tell you yet, so let me do that before we go backwards. Let's go forward. Jeff Furlong. Jeff Furlong has a birthday today. And also Peggy Crisp out at NHC is having a birthday today, too. Now, we're up to date on the current. And then we can go to the archives. Joseph A. Wade thinks that's a good idea. Industrial Hardware Services. And the Tony Hogan Health Clinic folks out there. Mandy and Tony and all the staff really appreciate being a part of the archives.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Wright Tool distributor.
You can feel the difference at Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Tony goes above and beyond when it comes to your health care. From opening early at 7:30 to giving his personal number to patients, just in case.
This is Nurse Practitioner Tony Hogan. If you're already a patient, I want to thank you. If you're not, give me an opportunity to show you the difference. I truly care about your health and well-being.
Call me Mandy at Tony Hogan Health Clinic and let's get you set up with an appointment. 651-6707 or come by at the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
All right, what do you think we head them up and move them out?
I got to give a shout out first.
Okay, let's shout out before we head up and move out.
This beautiful blue wall behind me.
Yes.
Thank you, Jim Holloway.
Okay.
Super big help out at Glasgow Building Supply.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice shade of blue right there.
And I'll tell you one thing, if you don't want Jim's opinion on something, don't ask.
Well, we need to chroma key Jim's face up there.
What I would love to see that, like a big
have him overlooking your shoulder there.
There you go. I don't want him looking over my shoulder all the time. Lord have mercy.
Well, you know, as far as you know, he's not, right?
There you go. Oh, no, I'm sure he is.
Move your camera and I can make that happen.
Oh, goodness. Move it which way?
Towards the blue wall.
It's got the whole blue wall right there behind me.
All right, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, Lord, Lord help
us. Y'all do the archives.
We will.
Oh, Lord.
We're archiving right now.
Okay.
100 years ago, this was in the Glasgow Republican. It's a pretty interesting thing to think about because, you know, we have the market report. We have a daily stock market report here on the radio, and we have, you know, other market reports from the AgriNet, things of that nature. But this was the market report locally back in 1918. And this market report, by the way, was provided by the Depp and Morris Company, which was sort of like a general store.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, Depp and Morris were trying to get inventory. So this is what they were paying.
Okay.
Eggs, 31 cents. Roosters, 16 cents.
What?
Turkeys.
What? Eggs were how much?
31 cents. That's what they were paying.
Okay, and the roosters were?
16 cents.
So you can get 2 roosters for an egg?
Turkeys, 22 cents.
Wow.
Ducks, 17 cents.
Ugh.
Get them in a row. Geese, 16 cents. How about hams? 27.5 cents. Bacon, 30 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Butter, 24 cents to 35 cents. Now, here's the interesting thing. Talk about if you traded with Depp and Morris. Says here, the above prices are paid in goods by Depp and Morris, subject to change. So the thing is, bring us, you know, $5 worth of bacon, and we'll give you that much in merchandise.
There you go.
So it truly was, you know, trading up there at Depp and Morris in 1918. I think it's nice that they were above board and told you up front what they were going to be, you know, giving you, what the value of the geese were going to be, 16 cents.
No surprises.
That's right. That was 1918. The market report. All right, now let me get over here and look at 1928. This was an interesting story in the Republican from 1928. For the first time in many years, a mission will be given at St. Helens Catholic Church beginning next Wednesday evening and continuing the balance of the week. The services will be devoted to reciting the rosary, answering questions, sermon and benediction. A question box will be placed in the vestibule of the church, and all are invited to place any questions they wish answered therein regarding the doctrines of the Catholic Church. Non-Catholics are cordially invited to attend as well. So it's kind of like a, you know, let's call it an open house.
Right. You don't have to be a Catholic.
That's right. And if you want to know about it, come and answer your questions.
There you go.
1928, nice friendly move there at St. Helens, a church with a great history. This day in 1938, this would have been a neat auction to attend. Advertised auction, the final auction sale to settle the estate of the late T.J. Sampson, was advertised this day in 1938. The building lots on the southwest corner of the public square to be sold on May the 5th of 1938. So it seems like whatever T.J. Sampson had amassed, he only had that much left down on the southwest corner of the public square.
Right.
So, you know, all that tobacco warehouse stuff and all that stuff on what is now Sampson Street have, I guess, had already been sold or taken over by some family member. Not sure on that, but nonetheless, I'm sure they drew a big crowd. All right, this day in 1948, Reverend and Mrs. Bradford Curry arrived yesterday, and the Reverend Curry, who is the new pastor, will occupy the pulpit at the Glasgow Baptist Church next Sunday morning and Sunday evening. Moving to town and not wasting a minute. He's going to...
Don't want to waste any time.
I'm seeing Jim Holloway creep up behind you there.
Oh, my Lord, look at that. Hey, Jim.
That's that shirt and the paint on your wall are about the same color.
There you go. He looks so nice and sweet in that picture.
Right. That's right.
Pictures can be deceiving.
Left-handed fella right there writing up a big order of lumber.
Look at Jim.
That's right. He's moving in.
I'm just waiting to get like some kind of smart aleck text message here, like any moment.
You know, Reverend Curry served the church well, and he came to town. He threw some of the boxes in his home and then came to work.
Mm-hmm.
This day in 1958, this story in the Glasgow Republican, Miss Susan Aspley, a senior at Glasgow High School, has received a $250 scholarship in voice at the Cincinnati Conservatory's College of Music, where she will major in voice and minor in piano. Miss Aspley is the daughter of Mrs. Louis B. Nunn. At Glasgow High School, she has been active in the Beta, the Tri-High Y, and the Speech Club. Has been a member of the debate team, the Spanish team, and the Speech Club. She is at present the worship chairman of the CYF at the First Christian Church and the worship chairman at the South Central Area Conference of Kentucky. A busy, busy young lady, Miss Susan Aspley. And she got that scholarship to go with it, too, you think?
Yes, I think.
1958 it was. You know, this is getting to be close to scholarship time of the year, which we hope to be hearing a whole lot more about.
Right.
Let's move to 1968, one of the most fun stores to ever go visit around here in my youth. Shirley's Used Furniture. This was an advertisement for Shirley's Used Furniture on Columbia Avenue in Glasgow. Refrigerators as low as $45. Ranges between $30 and $75. Washers and dryers as low as $55. Also, if you want it, they have Ringer-type washing machines out there at Shirley's Used Furniture in 1968.
Why would you want that? I want the easy way.
Well, I don't know.
I hate laundry. I'm telling you, like, seriously, I hate it.
Well, have you ever operated a Ringer washing machine?
I mean, I have no desire to ever operate a Ringer washing machine.
Well,
I don't want to operate the one I've got now. I'm telling you.
It's a Ringer, huh?
Like, I've seriously contemplated, like, dropping my laundry off at, like, a dry cleaner.
Yeah, well, you can do that, too, you know.
But then I'd get used to that.
Well...
And I never heard the end of that from my mother.
Well, but in 1968, you could have gone out to Shirley's and, you know, and saved money. Nice, you know, Mr. Kenneth Shirley, Mr. Mike Shirley, and my friend Frankie Shirley were some of the Shirley Used Furniture folks. And good folks... Good businessmen, too.
Was it just a furniture store?
Well, let's see.
I mean, you know how, like, a lot of times you go around here, they combine stuff.
Well, that was the used furniture store over there on Columbia Avenue. They had the new furniture store out on the Bowling Green Road.
Was it like furniture store and funeral home and...
No. Furniture store. But they did have some, I bought my first stereo that I owned from Shirley Furniture.
Really?
Yeah. It was, and I still have it actually. 1968 it was. 1978, we've got some news here about Mrs. Birchie Anderson Bartley of Summershade Route 2 celebrated her 90th birthday this past weekend. And also, it's been announced the Bat Girls for Barron County High School Trojans this year. Here's who it's going to be in 1978. Benita Goad, Myra Gross, Renee Williams, and Cindy Toms.
The what?
The Bat Girls.
What's a Bat Girl?
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, you help.
Like Batman?
No, you help, like, gather up the bats and, you know, help keep the bats in the on-deck circle and just kind of...
Oh, it's literally a Bat Girl.
Yeah, you organize things. You know, it's kind of like the team manager, but a little more specific.
Huh.
And,
must have had a lot of bats to have that many girls.
Well, you gotta have, everybody's got to have their own bat, and some, you know, anyway. Keep up with the gloves, that kind of stuff.
Do they still have Bat Girls?
Some do, some don't.
I've never heard of that in my life.
But it was quite an honor in 1978 at Barron County High School to be a Bat Girl.
Well, there you go.
There's 4 of them mentioned in the paper. 1978.
I was a Bat Girl.
You were?
I'd be like, hey, yo, guy, pick your bat up.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was a Bat Girl on the 97 Final Four team.
Yeah.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
You were a Bat Girl.
Yeah, for the Scotties.
I'd like a picture of that.
There's probably one.
What'd the uniform look like?
Blue and white.
What'd the Bat Girl uniform look like?
I made sure my pants were extra tight.
Oh, my gosh. Dear Lord, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from you. Isn't that what they say in Forrest Gump?
They do.
See, now I've got this mental picture of Wes in a Batgirl uniform. That's too tight.
But it's part of growing up.
It's not part of my growing up. That would have scarred me as a child.
You could have been a Batgirl.
Could have been. They didn't have it when I was in school.
1988. This day, Metcalfe County Elementary School teachers retiring. These were some good ones. Ruby Polson, a teacher at North Metcalfe for 30 years, retired this day in 1988. And Dimple Brandstetter, a teacher at Summershade, retired this day in 1988 after 43 years.
43 years of teaching wild kids.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to be good at it to keep doing it like that, you know.
Gotta be brave.
That's right. Here was the headlines in 1998. ConAgra has been fined $123,000 for hiring illegal aliens for their Glasgow poultry plant.
What?
That was it was a lot different time back there in 1998. And they $123,000 for hiring illegals.
You got to watch those big conglomerates
down
like
at the
that
chicken
sometimes.
plant. All right, and then we go to, let's see, this is 2008. Find my notes right here. 2008. This was the day that Willis Reed and Gladys Pettigo announced they were going to be celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary on May the 11th. And of course,
70 years.
Yeah, and see, I'm running a little bit. This was a weekly paper that came out. They actually just celebrated their 80th anniversary back on May the 11th. So
80 years.
80 years. That's right, Mr. and Ms. Berry, 80th. You talking about putting up with kids for 48 years, 43 years?
I want to know the secret to 80 years.
Well, you know, we can hook you up with Mr. and Ms. Berry.
I'm serious,
Yeah.
and I don't want to hear that it's patience because I'm gonna need another answer.
Well, we'll
Part
see.
of it is living till you're 80.
That's right.
At least.
I'm saying, but you mean the
That's
same
half the
person?
battle.
The same person every single day. You know, there are times that she wanted to choke him out.
Yeah, but you know, it certainly that's one of the special parts of a relationship.
Choking the other one out.
No,
For better
being
or
able to keep going.
for worse.
I said choke out, and you said special parts of the relationship.
Yeah, well, you know, it's when you feel like it's a special part.
There you go.
All right, so there we have it. Quite the trip down memory lane here today. Batgirls choking out spouses.
Wes's uniform.
Wes as a
As
Batgirl.
Anyone with some Photoshop experience, I'd love to see that.
How much geese we're bringing down at the Depp and Morris store.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
We've got it all. And we thank you to the folks who do the digging. We're talking about folks like Ray Green. We're talking about Gail Berry and other volunteers who really, really, really make it enjoyable for us to share the history, and really makes a difference in how much people enjoy our history around here.
Really.
We'll do it again tomorrow, thanks to Joseph A. Wade and to the Tony Hogan Health Clinic.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC. Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Siding, 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
All right, Angela, what do you want to tell me?
You want to know something cool?
Yeah.
So Ruby Polson, that retired in 1988. How many years did she have in?
Let's see. Miss Polson
like
had
500 years?
30 years, I believe it was.
30 years? That is Jerry Polson's mother.
Oh, is it really?
It really is.
Oh, my goodness.
And everybody knows Jerry.
Yeah, and I think that everybody should know that 30 years in the classroom is quite a dedication.
30 minutes in the classroom. I'm ready to run.
Yeah, well, you know, fortunately, we have lots and lots of good ones who aren't ready to run.
Thank goodness.
Well, thanks for, I'm glad that we found that out there.
That's the rest of the story.
All right, 54 degrees at WCLU.
Purchasing a vehicle.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Bragg Day on the radio. Randall Bragg is good as gold. He had a birthday last week, and some folks kind of wanted us to get him patted on the back, and we're glad to do that. And today is a very good day to do so. So if you see Randall Bragg around town, you pat him on the back. Tell him he's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas, where they just love seeing you down there. And it's a good reason to go because it's always good. We are looking at the weather for today, and it's brought to you by South Central Bank. Some of the greatest destinations are within arm's reach, which is why South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club is arranging a trip to My Old Kentucky Home and My Old Kentucky Dinner Train. Save the date of May 31st. That's when the Green Tree Travel Club will have a most enjoyable journey to Bardstown, Kentucky, and a visit to this historic 200-year-old mansion that is Kentucky. Also an excursion on My Old Kentucky Dinner Train. 3 dining cars set up for exquisite fine dining as the train travels along the 29-mile track. The cost for Green Tree Travel Club members is just $116 per person, $145 per person for non-members. Call the RSVP line today to get on board, 888-651-7466. May 31st, travel to My Old Kentucky Home and My Old Kentucky Dinner Train in Bardstown, another travel treasure from the Green Tree Travel Club at South Central Bank. Member FDIC. Whether you got a big job to do or whether you use tools to make a living, you're going to love the new Makita display at Glasgow Building Supply. Glasgow Building Supply for over 30 years has been selling top-of-the-line Makita tools, but a new display down at the Building Supply lets you see and hold the Makita tools that you're going to need. It's unbelievable how many tools now have battery power. Circular saws, a jigsaw. What about a battery-operated rotary hammer, battery-operated grinder? These tools are on display at Glasgow Building Supply, and you can see them right now in the Makita display. These are good products. They're convenient. You can take them with you wherever you're going. If you're going up on a roof, going under a house, these battery-operated Makita power tools are the best you can get. And Glasgow Building Supply has them set up so you can see them and pick out the ones you need. Tools you hadn't thought of and tools you didn't realize were battery-powered now. It's really something to see. Makita power tools on display at Glasgow Building Supply.
Sharp cutoff to where we see more steady showers and where we may not see much rainfall at all, as we still have to deal with upper level low pressure, instability upstairs in the atmosphere. The bottom line is that's what's going to make it rain. So as you go west, less of a chance of rain this morning. As you go east, you've got some steady rain around, so occasional showers and periods of rain. Maybe even a few rumbles of thunder, so if you get into the rainfall, it may rain for quite a few hours. This afternoon, still occasional showers and low 60s for daytime highs, possibly that rumble of thunder. Now tonight, less rain, still a chance of showers near 50 degrees. Tomorrow we're going to run a shower threat early, then cloudy, highs in the mid-60s. Then we're going to start getting into some nice weather. By Thursday, a few clouds with sun into the mid-60s. Friday, cloud, sun, highs upper 60s, and a sneak peek of the weekend already. Lots of sunshine expected with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stitchick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We've had about 2/800ths of an inch of rain in the past 24 hours. Winds out of the northeast at 3 miles an hour, 100% humidity, and 29.89 is the pressure. Still down there. 702 and 54 degrees, and this weather update brought to you by your friends at South Central Bank.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
300.
I want to share some words of encouragement with you today. Do you feel afraid? Do you feel alone? Do you feel confused? Consider the Word of God from Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There's a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, just as the break of dawn. Let God be your refuge. If he's not, why do you delay? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Uh-oh. Well, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
All right, I think we're ready to play trivia. We got folks out there who are smart, who can answer questions, and who really enjoy going to Long John's A&W for delicious things like what you win, which is the fish and more at Long John's. But there's some new things going on out there, too, that save you a lot of money, and boy, are they good, too.
Welcome to Long John Silver's, home of our new $5 Real Deal Box. Dive into our wild-caught 100% Alaskan whitefish, natural cut fries, hush puppies, dessert, and a drink.
Long John Silver's is putting burgers on notice with our hand-battered and fried to perfection Alaskan whitefish sandwich, fries, Cinepuffs, and a drink for just $5.
It's our $5 Real Deal Box. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
The $5 Real Meal Deal is the real deal. Long John's, Glasgow and Cave City.
All right, here we go with the question. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. How many of the U.S. presidents were in the military? This was a question. Let me find my notes over here. Hold on. How many U.S. presidents were in the military? This was a question that was submitted by a listener. And I'm trying to, we've had this for a little while here, and I just got to remember who it was that submitted this. Hello, trivia.
12.
No, it's not right. How many presidents were in the military? How many presidents have worn the uniform? Trivia.
15.
No, it's not right. I believe it was Terry Jackson who submitted this, if I remember correctly. He's good. He's good for some good questions. Hello, trivia.
15.
Not 15. How many presidents have worn the uniform? Trivia.
All but 3.
Let me do the math. No, that's not right. Trivia.
10.
No. How many U.S. presidents have worn the uniform in service? Trivia.
Is it 26?
That's what it is. Who's it speaking?
Christy Stinson.
What are you doing, Christy?
I'm in McDonald's drive-thru.
Well, hey, that's very, very, very good because Long John's not open yet, or you can just drive up there and get fish and more.
Sure.
But okay, what do you know?
Breakfast.
Yeah, what do you know about this, Christy?
I Googled it.
Okay, all right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. The 26 of the 45 have served in uniform. You know, that's pretty distinguished to serve your country.
It is.
Now, let's see. Terry Jackson wrote on this paper, says, here's a little extra hush puppy question. How many U.S. presidents were generals?
4?
12.
Oh, wow. 12?
That's pretty impressive, too, you know.
Yes.
So we've had 45 presidents. 26 of them served in uniform. 12 of them were generals. That's some distinguished service. That's right, Christy. It is, and we're glad that you tuned in and have won trivia today.
Well, thank you.
You didn't get excited and run into anybody in the drive-thru, did you?
No.
Oh, good. Well, I hope you have a good day because it seems to me like you're starting off real good. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Christy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Christy Stinson. Yeah, they're of the 45 presidents, 26 have served in uniform, 12 of whom are generals. And a great big thank you to Christy Stinson for winning trivia. Terry Jackson, thanks for providing the question. We enjoy that. We have a lot of folks who are helping us keep up with stuff out there. 54 degrees. We'll play trivia again tomorrow. Get out there and try one of those $5 real meal deals as soon as you can. 7:09.
CBS News Update. Onlookers in Toronto stunned as a van driver plowed into a crowded sidewalk.
He's going 70, 80 clicks. He's just hitting people one by one.
10 people were killed, 15 injured. Toronto Star reporter Jesse McLean.
People just really rattled. This was a popular kind of thoroughfare on our major artery, Yonge Street, and I think some people are seeing small graces in the fact that he seemed to have mounted the side on the less busy side of the street.
Police say it was no accident, but after arresting 25-year-old Alec Manassian a few blocks away, they also refused to call it terrorism. Toronto Police Chief Mark Saunders.
There's nothing on our files. We've looked right across, and there's nothing that we have on him right now.
Eyewitness video shows police making the arrest after Manassian taunted officers to shoot him in the head. Toronto is hosting cabinet ministers from the G7 nations this week. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
The future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Avenue in Glasgow.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
$7:13. Let's keep it rolling this morning and get our live and local 7 o'clock morning edition on the air with News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Posting stolen items on Facebook lands a Barron County woman in jail. On Sunday evening, the Barron County Sheriff's Office was called to respond to a physical fight in progress. When Deputy B.J. Childress arrived, the fight was over, but the conversation had just begun. Tanya Morgan, who was one of the parties in the fight, said she came home and her house had been broken into. She said that some of the items that had been taken from her home were posted online for sale on Miranda Phillips' Facebook page. Phillips gave law enforcement consent to search her house and a vehicle that was parked there. Inside the home, law enforcement found Morgan's stolen air mattress inside a closet, and other stolen items were found in the trunk of the vehicle. According to the citation, Phillips admitted to entering Morgan's home a couple of days before and taking items. She said she did not act alone, but the other woman only went through the window and opened the door. She did not take anything. Phillips was charged with burglary and theft by unlawful taking. She was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center.
We lose out on a lot of people that can't come into our office, so they would like to pay online. So we're trying to get online registration, which also online would have to take a credit card. So that's one thing that I've been pushing for a while.
That was Glasgow's Parks and Rec Director Eddie Furlong, who's been asking the city for a long time to make it possible for his department to simply accept credit card payments. On behalf of the Parks and Rec Committee, Councilmember Marna Kirkpatrick brought that issue up at last night's council meeting and asked that the city get Furlong a credit card reader. Mayor Dick Doty said they'd been talking about it for a long time, and the delay was due to waiting on an upgrade to the city's computer system, referring to what he had been told by City Treasurer Stephanie Garrett. I asked Garrett what the timeline was as far as completing the upgrades. She said 12 to 18 months because her and Joe Escala, the city's finance director, had to be able to give their undivided attention to the software used with credit card machines. Now, despite the long waiting time, Garrett also told WCLU News she is the only person that can make this happen. The Plaza Theater and the Glasgow Water Company, both city entities, do currently accept credit card payments. Glasgow's newest firefighter, Mason Michael, was sworn in by Mayor Dick Doty. The 21-year-old is originally from Hart County and earned an associate's degree in fire science. He began training in February and went on shift at the fire department this past Sunday. The council also approved 2 zoning changes. A little over an acre on Lauderdale Drive went from medium-density residential to multifamily, and a piece of property on West Main went from light industrial to general business. Jerry Green served as chairman of the board of directors for the Glasgow Soup Kitchen for going on 6 years. Considering it was the only day they were open, Green said he walked in on a Monday morning in 2010 and has been coming back ever since. He also told the council that 10 area churches volunteer at the Soup Kitchen to keep it going, along with the Kiwanis Club, Salvation Army, and Rotary. The Soup Kitchen is run completely from donations. In 2016, they began to open on Tuesdays, and that year alone they served over 14,000 people. Adding an additional day last year, the totals were up to around 19,000. Despite the fact they are not funded by any entity or group and rely completely on donations, Green said that financially the Soup Kitchen's in good shape thanks to their board of directors. Green said he didn't come to the council asking for money. Want to say a big congratulations to Regina Murphy. She was chosen as the new principal for Glasgow Middle School. That decision was announced yesterday by the Glasgow Middle School Site-Based Decision-Making Council. Right now it's 7:17 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, 54 degrees.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates.
Senate for a confirmation vote, which could happen this week. Senator Rand Paul supported the nomination. Paul had previously been against Pompeo, saying he did not have the same vision as the president on foreign policy. Officials are calling murder after a body is found in Hinkle. Last Friday, inmates found the body of Michael Souders in a dump. Shane Jacobs with Kentucky State Police tells WYMT that Souders was shot to death.
At this time, we're trying to get as much information why and how this body ended up in a dump site.
There is no information on a suspect nor a motive at this time. Police in Harrison County are warning of a scam. Cynthiana police say scammers are posing as representatives of Apple. The caller says there's been a breach in your account and that they need your personal information to fix it. Police remind you to never give out any passwords or identifying information over the phone. Toyota unveils its new vehicle.
Toyota's Georgetown, Kentucky plant is getting ready to produce the 2019 Avalon. The 5th generation Avalon will feature adaptive variable suspension, Apple CarPlay, and engine sound enhancement. Toyota's Karen Cooper tells WKYT,
My team has worked very hard from the very beginning stages 3 years ago.
working with design. We've done things like study material compatibility so that you're not getting those unusual cabin noises.
Toyota Kentucky produces more than 500,000 vehicles and 600,000 engines annually. Plant workers make the Toyota Camry and Avalon along with the Lexus ES350 at the 1,300-acre facility. I'm Suzanne Duval.
There's a new trail in Mammoth Cave. The Echo River Springs Trail has been made more accessible for those with disabilities. The trail is half a mile. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC. Filing lender.
In more local news, Congressman Brett Guthrie welcomed a crowd of a couple dozen Friday at TJ Pavilion's community room. The town hall forum was Q&A style with no topics off limit and no rehearsed questions or answers, which one of Guthrie's constituents, Billy Wright, said he liked.
I think it was great, and nothing like having an open discussion. We don't want pre-written questions.
Guthrie talked about everything from DACA to the steel tariffs to health care. Governor Matt Bevin has recognized 9 of the Commonwealth's most talented young artists as he announced the 2018 Public Service Recognition Week poster contest winners. During a ceremony at the governor's mansion, him and Personnel Cabinet Secretary Thomas Stevens praised the talent and creativity of the winners. Now, the contest is part of Public Service Recognition Week, which is April 22nd through the 28th. Started in 1985, the week is set aside to honor the men and women who serve as federal, state, county, and local government employees. Now, the 2018 poster contest winners are, in the age group of 6 to 9, Bonneville Elementary's Tegan Yurvik won 3rd place. And in the 10 to 13 age group, Red Cross Elementary's Anna Kate Alexander won 1st place. A Franklin, Kentucky physician was convicted on 15 counts of illegal distribution of a controlled substance in the U.S. Attorney's Office. 69-year-old Roy D. Reynolds was convicted following a 9-day trial. Reynolds was taken into federal custody immediately following the announcement of the verdict. Reynolds was a doctor practicing in Franklin and Simpson County during the time of his illegal activity. He was a treating physician to patient Jackie Hughes at the time of Hughes' death and prescribed opioids including oxycodone, hydrocodone, and Xanax to 4 additional patients without any legitimate medical purpose. According to evidence presented at trial from 2010 to 2013, Dr. Reynolds prescribed more oxycodone than any other primary care prescriber in Simpson County, ranked among the top 5% in the state. In 2011, Reynolds' patient Jackie Hughes had a history of illegal drug use and psychiatric issues, which were documented in patient charts. Further, Hughes had a CASPER report also suggesting opiate abuse and diversion. Although she'd made various complaints, Dr. Reynolds never objectively documented any source of pain. Reynolds supplied Hughes with opioids and for over 10 years when an opiate-centric treatment plan was contradicted because of the risk factors. Nonetheless, he put Hughes on a regimen of chronic opiate therapy and did not monitor or enforce patient accountability. She ultimately died from an overdose. Reynolds is scheduled to be sentenced in U.S. District Court in late July of this year. Right now, it is 7:23 a.m. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs.
Check out the deals at Gillihy Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gillihy is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Get a real start on making your yard, landscape, and plants look their best this spring. Start with the best. Start with Mammoth Cave Transplants. Janet Dennison and the Green Thumbs at Mammoth Cave Transplants have spent their winter preparing for spring. 13 greenhouses are in operation to yield the hardiest plant varieties. There are many new highlights to the spring lineup, including a new variety of bedding plants and perennials with your name on it. It's the Proven Winner brand. Janet is bringing a new level of quality to Southern Kentucky by adding the Henry Studios brand of fountains, planters, and bird baths. Each piece is world-class quality, without blemishes and flaws found in lesser quality pieces. As a Kentucky proud dealer, Mammoth Cave Transplants features locally made birdhouses as well as planters. You have to see it to understand how much they can help you with your vegetable gardens, landscape, property boundaries, and so much more. Mammoth Cave Transplants, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, 8 till 4 Saturday. 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 in Edmonson County. Let's turn to local sports. Very little baseball and softball activity yesterday because of the rain. In softball, Greene County did play Hart County and defeated the Lady Raiders 7-3. And it was Taylor County over Adair County 7-5. High school softball today, Glasgow hosts Barron County at American Legion Park. It's a 5 o'clock start. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast at 4:55 on 1490 WCLU and online at playwclu.com. Other softball action, Caverna welcomes LaRue County. Hart County entertains Thomas Nelson. Edmonson County plays at Bowling Green. Metcalfe County is at home against Russell County, and Monroe County travels to Allen County, Scottsville. Baseball this afternoon, Glasgow hosts Allen County, Scottsville. Barron County visits Monroe County. Caverna goes to John Hardin. Hart County welcomes Greene County. Edmonson County is on the road at Butler County. And Metcalfe County goes to Russell County. And that's a check of local sports.
The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver and Referral Services. When roles reverse in your later years, when child becomes caretaker and the needs of the parent become most important, it's comforting to know that there's help along the way. Peggy Tuck Edwards would like for you to be informed about private caregiver and referral services, because sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship. It's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether in the home or in an assisted living or nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062.
Sharp cutoff to where we see more steady showers and where we may not see much rainfall at all, as we still have to deal with upper level low pressure, instability upstairs in the atmosphere. The bottom line is that's what's going to make it rain. So as you go west, less of a chance of rain this morning. As you go east, you've got some steady rain around, so occasional showers and periods of rain, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. So if you get into the rainfall, it may rain for quite a few hours. This afternoon, still occasional showers and low 60s for daytime highs, possibly that rumble of thunder. Now tonight, less rain, still a chance of showers near 50 degrees. Tomorrow we're going to run a shower threat early, then cloudy, highs in the mid-60s. Then we're going to start getting into some nice weather. By Thursday, a few clouds with sun into the mid-60s. Friday, cloud, sun, highs upper 60s, and a sneak peek of the weekend already. Lots of sunshine expected with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Good job, Ray, and I think it's kind of neat. You've given us several different layers to get through in order to get to nice weather, but I think we're going to get there. We're at 54 degrees right now from WCLU this morning. This weather update brought to you as a service of your friends at Apollo PC Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man. But there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Is going to be better than ever because this season growers have crop production services located at the corner of Bowling Green Road and Reynolds Road to partner with them. The Glasgow location of Crop Production Services is the hub for serving Barron, Metcalfe, and Monroe counties in South Central Kentucky. Ricky Houchins, Sheila Steenbergen, Kevin Deckard, and Josh Timbers want you to come by and see how Crop Production Services have every angle covered, from crop protection applied with state-of-the-art John Deere sprayers for maximum yield to fertilizers and nutritionals, seed, soil sampling, and crop consulting. We even have pole spreaders on hand for pasture or hay. Look for the Big Green Roof at the corner of Bowling Green Road and Reynolds Road. Call the store at 270-629-CROP or 629-2767 or contact Ricky Houchins at 270-670-7770 and he'll come to see you. Crop Production Services. We're your next farm input provider. Coming up, a big pancake fry here on, let's see, this is going to be on Saturday. What a great way to wake it up from 6 until 10 o'clock on Saturday. The Glasgow Lions Club Pancake Breakfast from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. They're going to do this out at the Ritter House, which I know is going to be a neat place to do this out on the North Jackson Highway. And you can support the Glasgow Lions Club and their many community projects, charities, and their vision program. And, again, it's $5 for adults. You can't beat that. Come out and support the Lions Club Saturday morning, 6 till 10, the Ritter House on the North Jackson Highway.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
And boy, do they know how to have fun at Ralphie's. They do. Every time you go out there, you're going to have some fun. That's Ralphie's Fun Center. Now let me get over here and see if I can get my little birthday music bed going so we can celebrate folks' birthdays. All right, here we go with today's list. We've got Shallon Fields. Miss Shallon Fields is turning 10 today. We also have Peggy Crisp celebrating. Jeff Furlong. Haley Wyatt is 17. Alex Beckham is 17. Tyler Atwell is the big 2-0. Happy 20th to Tyler Atwell. It's Taylor Logston celebrating a birthday. It's Marcella Gale Craighead who is celebrating today too. Catherine Rogers, Kevin Kidwell, Michael Coomer with a birthday today. Carol Coffey as well. 651-9149, 800-956-1023 or online here at WCLUradio.com. Don't forget we were patting Randall Bragg on the back today. If you happen to see Randall Bragg around town, we'd love it if you'd pat him on the back too and tell him he's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And I believe Randall had a birthday last week, so we're certainly within the time frame that we can wish him a big old happy birthday.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion. 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy. But that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
And 54 degrees here at WCLU as we are looking forward to a nice day here in South Central Kentucky. We've got some tidbit news coming up, but I just learned about a wedding anniversary today. It is, let's see, Vivian and Barry Garrett. That's Vivian and Barry Garrett having a wedding anniversary today. Congratulations to the Garretts.
When news and weather strikes, count on WCLU, your home for local, and our Facebook live stream to bring you continuing video coverage of all the breaking news. Be sure you click the follow button and receive a notification whenever we go live with first coverage. When life's events happen in your life and you want first coverage, be sure you turn to First Insurance Group in Glasgow. First Insurance Group has 7 different locations, including the one in Glasgow, and a state-of-the-art software system to bring you your first quote as fast as possible. Go to myfirstinsurancegroup.com.
Good morning, friends. God has asked much of us. And sometimes we grow frustrated because we realize that all of the things God has asked us to be are not falling into place as we wish. Perhaps we need to step back and remember what Jesus said in John chapter 15. Here Jesus states that apart from Him we can do nothing. However, if we abide in Him, we will produce much fruit. Perhaps many of our frustrations concerning our seeming inabilities arise out of a dependence upon self to accomplish all that God's asked of us. It's necessary for us to realize that God never asks us to do anything without first giving us the wherewithal to accomplish such request. We must become cooperative volunteers and allow God to work in us, through us, and with us. Think about this. We have the choice of love or hate, goodness or evil, peace or turmoil. It's not hard to decide which is better for the world as well as us. When we are children of God, the Holy Spirit desires to formulate Christian character within our lives. The characteristics of love and joy and peace and long-suffering and meekness and self-control and kindness and faithfulness can and will be exhibited in our lives if we are cooperative volunteers with the Spirit of God in bringing these about. Since the Scripture states that these are all parts of the fruit of the Spirit, then we as Christians must make a conscious decision to allow God's Spirit to control our lives. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Thank you, Danny. We're at 7:37 now, WCLU, 54 degrees, and we have, let's see, we've got some tidbit news stories to share with you. I'm going to make sure I got them shored up right here, and Wes will join me for tidbit news coming up here just in a second on WCLU.
All right.
This check of your local weather from WCLU is brought to you by the People's Bank, working for you. Going on now at the People's Bank in Glasgow. From now till April 30th is a very special rate on a CD, but you must act quickly. Between now and April 30th, you can get 2.32 annual percentage yield on just a 24-month certificate of deposit with a $500 minimum opening. Stop in and see the People's Bank and lock in your savings before they conclude April 30th.
Annual percentage yield offer valid March 21st through April 30th, 2018. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate CD offer. No special add-on rates applied. Limited time. Rates subject to change. Offer valid on new deposits only. Member FDIC. FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, we got some rain moving in here, a little bit heavier downpours of rain than what we've had in the last hour or so, adding to the rain gauge. I'll check the bucket here just coming up in a couple of minutes here on WCLU. But first things first, we got some tidbit news to check into today.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, tidbit news.
I didn't know which version you were going to play today.
Well, I like to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
This story, and I've messed up here because I thought maybe I could get some sound bites for this particular first story,
Surely
but I
it's
didn't
not
get
gloom and despair.
No, it's not. This is well, actually, here we go. This is Dateline, Sebastian, Florida. Are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
One man was arrested Sunday on a charge of battery, domestic violence, after throwing a Billy the Bass singing fish at another individual.
You know it's hit the fan whenever you grab that off the wall.
That's right. This is according to the Sebastian Police Department. Gregory Carney, who is 54, said he was angry with his friend Larry for throwing his Billy the Bass singing fish in the trash.
Oh, so it wasn't even a domestic violence thing.
That's
it was
right.
just like another guy.
Larry told police that the two were arguing on and off all day. He said Mr. Gregory went into the den and started to play with a Billy the Bass singing fish in order to annoy him. I say that would do it.
It sounds like a scene straight out of one of those grumpy old men movies
Yeah.
with Walter Matthau.
He stated, Jack Lemmon, he stated that Gregory continued doing this just to aggravate him, and when Gregory left the room, Larry placed the fish in the trash. A few minutes later, Gregory wanted to know where his fish was.
Nothing like a good bass kicking.
That's right. When Larry told him it was in the trash, Gregory retrieved it and threw it across the room, striking him in the head near his hairline, according to the report.
Oh, no, not the hairline.
Gregory was arrested and transported to the Indian River County Jail. So I'm sorry we don't have a Billy the Bass that we could use here as a prop. All we have is, the cow, Martha Moo.
If somebody wants to put one on Swap and Shop, we'll take it.
That's right. So anyway,
I'll
it's
put it
like,
right behind me right here.
say, you know what? Obviously, they were having some sort of issues because the guy felt like he needed to annoy the other guy. Yeah. What better way than to get Billy the Bass involved?
What's your comeback after that?
I don't know. I don't know how you can work any more at aggravating the person.
That's pretty good.
Anyway,
that's really good.
Billy the Bass. All right, what else do I have here for you today? I have let's see here. The menu for the first meal ever served on the Titanic has been sold for a whopping amount. Henry Aldridge and Sons auctioned it for 100,000 British pounds, which is apparently about 140,000 in U.S. dollars. Second Officer Charles Lightoller, the highest-ranking surviving officer from the Titanic, had given the menu to his wife as a souvenir before he left from Southampton on April the 10th of 1912. 4 days later, the Titanic struck an iceberg, resulting in the deaths of more than 1,500 passengers and crew. The meal was lunch. It included sweetbread, spring lamb, and pastries. Also sold at auction was a key to the doomed vessel's chart room and a third-class steward's badge. So $140,000 for the menu.
That's a Titanic price.
I tell you. But
a Titanic way for me, it'd be like throwing your money down in the water.
But talk about a piece of history for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I mean, for those enthusiasts, I'm sure it's worth it.
Yeah, it really is. So anyway, I don't know who bought it, but nonetheless, it's up there.
I'd be more interested in that spring lamb or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds... It sounds kind of, succulent.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a sports story for you that I saw this morning.
All right.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are entrusting one of their Day 3 selections in the weekend's NFL draft to an unusual announcer, a parrot.
Okay.
The team announced Monday
Heard
that...
about Eucrisa for mild to moderate
Whoops.
eczema? It can be used.
I'm sorry, that was I was reading that directly off of the web.
Does do you say the parrot has mild to moderate eczema?
Yeah, that's what it says here. The team announced Monday that Jaja from the Florida Exotic Bird Sanctuary is going to reveal its 4th-round pick Saturday from aboard the pirate ship at Raymond James Stadium. The bird will be joined by his caretaker, Stephanie Drips.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Patricia Norton, the founder and CEO of the sanctuary, told USA Today Sports in a text message that Jaja is an 8-year-old Catalina macaw. She's lived at the Florida sanctuary for 4 years. She has a lifespan of between 70 and 90 years, according to Norton. Her previous owner had